There are thousands of individual stories of people in desperate, life-threatening situations who were saved only because of the existence of the COSPAS-SARSAT satellite system. One such case was Mike Ryan. The 27-year-old movie stunt driver was on the last day of a vacation in August of 1985. He was flying his Starduster biplane west over New Mexico, trying to gain altitude as he approached the Continental Divide.
Basically, my plane just stalled out from flying and climbing to just this whack, almost like a fly getting hit by a fly swatter.
Mike crashed into rocky terrain, skidding over 100 feet. Then the engine came through the firewall and ruptured his fuel tank.
My last thought was, I'm going to burn to death.
Mike Ryan had crashed around 12 noon. He was drifting in and out of consciousness and losing a lot of blood.
The rudder pedal had impaled the outside of my right heel and went all the way through and was coming out the inside of my right heel. Both my feet and ankles were, well, I think I broke 28 bones.
It took him a long time and incredible willpower, but he managed to get to and switch on his emergency locator transmitter. It was just after 2 p.m.
I managed to get into my sleeping bag, and then by that time it was dark.
Then he waited. Sporadically through the afternoon and evening, the COSPAS-SARSAT satellite system picked up a 121.5 ELT signal in western New Mexico. But the signal did not appear with every satellite pass. Because it was a 121.5 megahertz beacon, it took until early evening for the Air Force RCC to verify that they had a real distress case. Only then did they ask the Civil Air Patrol to fly a mission over the area. And they contacted search and rescue veteran Rick Goodman.
Approximately 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, I got the call that a beacon had gone off in the Grants, New Mexico area, that the Civil Air Patrol had flown a plane out to try to give us somewhat of a general location. I immediately activated the team. We all geared up and headed west.
Ryan had heard the search plane overhead but was powerless to signal it. Then he lost consciousness again. At about 4 a.m., Goodman and his SAR team, knowing they were within a mile or so of the signal, set out to cover the rocky terrain on foot.
I have about 100 microvolts, so it's probably less than 1,000 feet from us at this time.
I heard voices that kind of woke me up, and it turned out to be this whole incredible group of people.
We have a live victim, category 2.
Well, Mike was laying there. Of course, his face was very bloody. He complained about his ankle, which was hurt. Very relieved to see us. And he'd had the presence of mind to take his ELT and put it up on a piece of the wreckage to give it, better transmission capability. As it turned out, the ELT battery was 5 years old, and just by a quirk of fate, it worked fine for him.
Ryan had lost a lot of blood. Medical authorities believed he would not have survived for more than another hour given the extent of his injuries.
Without question, the ELT saved my life. I mean, there's no other thing that I had done or could do that would have saved me.
Looking at the wreckage, it looked like it was a wonder he did survive. He's very fortunate to be alive today.
It's, it's been very hard to come up with words to say thank you that have enough meaning. I mean, I'm just one person with one life, but I owe mine to them.